Thomas was a gardener. He lived a simple life. Each day he tended to his garden. He grew vegetables, herbs, and flowers. Thomas loved his work. He found peace in nature. He knew every inch of his garden, or so he thought. One day he discovered something new. It was a sunny afternoon. The air was warm. Thomas was weeding his pumpkin patch. Suddenly he noticed something strange. There was a soft glow. It was coming from the far end of the garden. Curiosity filled Thomas. He had to investigate. As he got closer, the light grew stronger. It seemed to be coming from the ground. A small clearing came into view. The light was brightest there. Thomas stepped into the clearing. The clearing was different. The air hummed with energy. Flowers bloomed with unnatural vibrancy. Butterflies with wings like stained glass fluttered around. The light was blinding now. It pulsed from the ground. Thomas felt drawn to it. He knelt down. He could hear whispers. They seemed to be coming from the light. The whispers spoke of a forgotten place, a place in need of a savior. Thomas was scared, but also excited. The light intensified. It formed a swirling vortex of colors. Thomas realized it was a portal. It beckoned him closer. He hesitated for a moment. What lay on the other side? Fear battled with curiosity. In the end, curiosity won. Thomas took a deep breath. He stepped towards the light. The portal enveloped him. He closed his eyes, bracing himself for the unknown. When he opened them, he was in a new world. Section 5, The Forgotten Kingdom. Thomas gasped. He stood on a hilltop. Below him sprawled a vast kingdom. Castles touched the clouds. Waterfalls cascaded down mountains. But something was wrong. The kingdom was shrouded in an unnatural gloom. The castles were crumbling. The once vibrant colors were faded and dull. The air felt heavy. It was as if a weight hung over the land. Thomas realized this kingdom was cursed. Thomas ventured into the kingdom. He saw fields of wilting flowers. He saw rivers choked with thorns. He saw forests filled with skeletal trees. Yet, even in its decay, the kingdom possessed an eerie beauty. The ruins hinted at past grandeur. The faded colors suggested a vibrant history. Thomas encountered strange creatures. They were magical beings, but they were weak and distressed. They told him of the curse. They said the kingdom was hidden. It was invisible to those who didn't belong. They were waiting for someone to break the curse. Thomas arrived at the castle. It was the grandest building he had ever seen, but it was crumbling. Vines choked its walls. Gargoyles leered down with broken faces. Inside the throne room, he met the king. He was old and frail. His eyes held a glimmer of hope as he looked at Thomas. The king explained the curse. A jealous sorcerer had cast it. Only the rightful heir could break it, but the heir had been lost for centuries. The king begged Thomas for help. He sensed something special in the young gardener. Thomas listened to the king's tale. He felt a surge of sympathy. He couldn't ignore the plight of this kingdom. He looked at his hands, the hands of a gardener, hands that nurtured life. Could he really be the one to break the curse? The king placed a withered flower in Thomas's hand. As soon as he touched it, the flower bloomed. It burst into vibrant life. At that moment, Thomas understood. He was the rightful heir. Thomas didn't know how, but he knew he had to help. He would break the curse. He would restore the kingdom to its glory. The king smiled. He saw hope in Thomas's eyes. For the first time in centuries, he felt a glimmer of optimism. Thomas looked at the blooming flower in his hand. It was a seed of hope. The future of the kingdom rested on his shoulders, and he would not fail them.